camera something. I don't know. I figured out streaming mode. Okay. That's not so blurry. But why is this? Alright, so... Okay. Let's start the game, I guess. You save.
Are you bloody joking?
Yeah.
The human is starting today. I'm stuck in a different sector for 2 more space months. One with good behaviour. Corporate's really going to let that wrinkly-brained simian run my station on their own. Are they mental? Okay. No need for me to short-circuit. The onboard AI can handle this. He is me, after all. Even if their species is as painfully daft as they say, all they need to do is not blow up the ship, maintain my legitimate business, and follow orders. Well, maybe I can send them a card. Sorry your planet blew up. And welcome to Space Co.
Prologue. Okay.
Well, alright. I guess you can man the pumps for now. Why don't you go ahead? Look for the display controlling the radio. I imagine humans have radios, yeah? How about you switch it to a different channel or something? I hate this song.
I don't know what streamer mode does, by the way. But it had me connect to it.
I don't like this one either. Whatever, I guess it's your decision. Anyways, your job is simple. See those gas pumps over there? Good. So listen, ships are gonna fly in. You're gonna wait for them to land, not get crushed by them, and fill them up. Once a ship lands, you're gonna go grab a pump. Click on the highlighted fuel port. After that, line the needles up. Click again. Get the credits. Easy.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. I want to pet it. Stop. Eat. Okay, so it's still a little bit. Whatever. Banjo.
Space is unpredictable.
Okay, yep, we'll do
You're
this.
sipping recycled tea in your station hammock. The next, your entire quadrant is being politely consumed by a Class 7 gravitational singularity. That's why smart citizens trust Eventushore Black Hole Insurance. With Eventushore, you're covered for asset evaporation, existential displacement, partial timeline fragmentation, and 1 complimentary goodbye cube to scream into during the
Alright, now wait. Don't click or stop until the needles are lined up. That's how we make the most credits. In case it wasn't clear, human, credits are what we are.
Oh, I fucked that up.
So, this was news to me, but apparently you were hired as interim manager. Figured you were just fit for handling gas, but corporate seems desperate to fill the last guy's position. It is what it is. Listen, management notices you've got the ability to push buttons, and that's the kind of explosive talent we need at this juncture. Why don't you head on over to the bridge? I'll unlock the doors for you.
By merging with it, 5 minutes later, I had a bag of Flex chips that called me by name. I don't want snacks that know my middle name. Tarvin.
So,
Not real name, not legally binding, not admissible in back in court.
I don't know why it's blurry for me.
On Martian economic theory, you know how
I
to fix inflation.
don't know how
Save
to.
placements.
Where's the
Literally,
bridge?
That's why the price of galactic cola keeps going up.
To the bridge.
Oh, blimey. Look at that mess.
Wait.
Okay, look.
And the Federation?
Before we can do
Are you the
anything,
cat?
we need to get this trash situation sorted out. Go on, open your toolbar, grab a trash bag, and get all that trash cleaned up.
On the nav console, I've seen Martians reroute coolant through a library. I've seen them pray to a lamp. One time I caught one slow dancing with a printer, and the printer liked it. If we let them keep climbing the command ladder, folks,
I'm clicking
we're gonna
R.
end up with a fleet admiral that thinks
Pushing buttons and grabbing things.
Martians.
You're a natural. Okay, so we can't keep this stuff stinking up the joint. We need to take this bag to the airlock. Open up your map and make your way there. I'll unlock the doors for you. Don't forget the bag.
I've accused 3 entire planets of being flat, I've questioned the ethics of Venusian sock farms, and I once fought a telepathic blender on air, but this is bigger than all of that. Space Cats were the first engineers. Yeah, laugh now, but I've got the data, folks. I've got the fur.
I think he's the cat.
You ever look at the original schematics for the interstellar jump gate system? Whisker spacing.
Oh
size,
god, I hate that.
paw print signatures in the margins. Ever wonder why every starship starts malfunctioning?
All right, drop the bag. Now, you see that button just outside the airlock door? That's going to open up the airlock to the cold, dark vacuum of space. I'm going to need you to go ahead and click that button. Just make sure you're not in the air. Great button clicking.
Why does your AI suddenly say,
All right,
I'm sorry, I
fantastic. You've learned about our cutting-edge trash disposal unit. You know a bit of the station now. Perhaps everyone was wrong about it. Now then, let's head to the center of the station, where the shop was. I've got a surprise for you.
about the tail-shaped wiring, but I remember
I really wish this wasn't so blurry.
when you could pet your ship's chief engineer and not get slapped with a misconduct claim. When fur in the coolant line meant you were in good paws.
Here's the
No,
surprise.
it's kind of
Now
annoying.
you've got 2 jobs. Gas attendant, shop attendant.
Oh,
You'll
man.
be doing it all. Anyways, you're going to need to learn about building things. Fantastic. This is the fabricator. Some humans call it construction mode for some reason, but whatever. Listen, navigate through the categories, select the item you want, and get to building. There's a lot to be built, and a lot you've not learned yet, so be sure to check back here often.
Helix, they say. The moon's just a rock. A rock doesn't follow you across the sky for all of human history, Jerry.
Fantastic.
You ever notice how the
I'll put a
tides
couple more
line up
credits in
perfectly
your
with
account.
worst emotional
Don't worry
decisions?
about paying
You
me
ever stare
back.
into
It's
a full
already
moon
taken
and
out of
feel
your
like it's
paycheck.
judging you for
Now we
eating
need to
it?
get
Oh,
those
good.
shelves stocked. Head back to the bridge, find the computer with all the snacks for purchase, and order yourself some products for customers to buy.
Wait, so do I need to add another?
You think it was aliens that blew up Earth? Wrong!
Yes.
It was a strategic betrayal by our nearest neighbor, a silent sky orb with a grudge. The moon saw we were finally getting too advanced, that we were one small step from discovering its true form, and it said, "Not on my orbit." Now it's everywhere. The moon controls the Federation calendar. The moon decides when your rent is due. The moon has real estate holdings on over 12 moons that aren't even itself. Why does a moon need a condo, huh? I have photographic proof the moon has blinked twice. One time on live holocast and nobody said a thing because we've been trained not to see it. Wake up, the moon isn't your friend. It's not romantic, it's not poetic. It's a giant, silent, emotionally repressed death orb waiting for its next move. And if you're still not convinced, next time it's full, try looking away. See how long it lets. I know I say this a lot, but this time it's personal because for cycles now I've been watching the signs, the solar flares, the radiation patterns, the unusually warm horoscopes, and now I know the truth. The sun has a favorite species, and it's not us. But Helix, they say, the sun doesn't pick sides. Wrong. The sun is the original influencer, the glowing gate.
Current
And let me
objective:
tell you
enter
something,
the
it's
bridge
plenty
and
of
access the
You think
computer
it's a
and order
coincidence that the
snacks.
Solarian crystals only resonate for the Flareborn? That their skin glows under direct exposure while the rest of us get sunstroke and hallucinate our tax debt? No. Oh, and who gets all the free energy subsidies? The light-skinned solar lizards with photosynthetic temples and organic space farms. Meanwhile, I put one reflective dish on my dome to siphon a little gamma buzz and suddenly I'm committing thermal theft. Bite me. I've seen it. I've felt it. The solar codes are not random. They're targeted transmissions. That's why my printer keeps speaking in riddles during solar math. All right, space citizens.
I'm not gonna lie. You've been able to do it all so far. I was told your species was dumb as a bag of space rocks, and yet here you are using computers, pushing buttons, building shelves and whatnot. Surprising. Anyways, the delivery is on its way. You should meet the pilot at the cargo bay.
line up
Don't
perfectly
keep
with
him
your worst
waiting.
emotional decisions? You ever stare into a full moon and feel like it's judging you for eating that entire asteroid burrito? That's not guilt, that's lunar psychic projection. Documented in 17 separate...
This is the cargo hold. See the ship just outside.
Oh,
If not,
I'm
it'll be
so
here any
distracted.
moment. You can't miss it. Just walk up to it and interact with it to get the products you ordered. Okay, you got the shipment. You can put it on the cart just over there. Or you can run it to the shop right away. Anyways, what I'm going to need you to do is grab that crate, walk it to those pretty little shelves you built, and start stocking them with products.
I have photographic proof the moon has blinked twice. One time on live holocast and nobody said a thing because we've been trained not to see it. Wake up, the moon isn't your friend. It's not romantic, it's not poetic, it's a giant, silent, emotionally repressed death orb waiting for its next move.
Fantastic. The store opens at 9 sharp. Customers will be arriving at the station soon. Try to tolerate their presence long enough to get their credits. They'll line up at the register when they're ready to check out. Also, mate, ships still need fuel. You've been working on that, right?
Horoscopes, and now
No, I've been doing what you told me.
the sun has a favorite species, and it's not us. But Helix, they say, the sun doesn't pick sides. Wrong. The sun is the original influencer, the glowing gatekeeper. And let me tell you something, it's playing favorites. You think it's a coincidence that the Solarian crystals only resonate?
The space store is officially open for business. Customers are starting to pour in now.
And hallucinate our tax debt? No. Oh, and who gets all the free energy subsidies? The light-skinned solar lizards with photosynthetic temples and organic space farms. Meanwhile, I put one reflective dish on my dome to siphon a little gamma
This way.
buzz, and suddenly I'm committing thermal theft. Bite me. I've seen it. I've felt it. The solar codes are not random. They're targeted transmissions. That's why my printer keeps speaking in riddles during solar maximum. I don't care if you're a hydrogen-sucking, neutrino-huffing academic. You can't explain why the sun keeps accidentally flaring over civilizations on the verge of revolution. Every time we organize, boom, UV riot. All right, line 7. You're live on the Galactic Patriot Hour. Name and species?
Name's Torque. Torque Slimburn. On a reticulated shellback from the June stretch. I just wanted to say, Helix, you're right. I stared into the sun for 2 full hours, and now I understand everything.
Brave. And also horrifying. Go on.
The sun spoke to me, man. It called me bro, said I was not the chosen waveform. It melted half my eye, but downloaded a prophecy into my spinal fluid. I glow now, constantly.
You poor bastard.
I can see the solar pecking order. It's real.
All right, fantastic. Look, customers can be a bit rough with their products. Grab them, scan them, and drop them in the bin. Don't let them fall on the floor. Wonderful. By the way, human, not everyone you see owns a ship. Some of them prefer the convenience and risk of complete obliteration via teleporter. Teleporters you need to operate. You're going to have to go on down to the teleporter room and help them get out of here before they realise just how stale those snacks were.
We're gonna be left in the goddamn cosmic shade. Black holes. The scientific community calls them mysteries, a gravitational anomaly, a space-time singularity, a swirling pit of unknowable mass. Yeah, sure. And I'm a Federation certified mailman. Listen up, space patriots. Black holes are not natural. They are deliberate. They are manufactured. They are intergalactic trash chutes. And that's right. The whole can't escape the event horizon thing, that's not physics. That's policy. Once it goes in, it stays in. Forever. Just like my first marriage and every planetary defense grant I've ever applied for. You ever ask yourself why we've never gotten a probe back? Huh? Not one.
Now just keep the circle inside the other circle.
Because
Simple. Watch them leave. And make them pay us for the privilege. Don't screw this up. I don't have a mop for you just yet. All right, mate. Looks like you've got this more or less under control.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I'm relying on you to keep things running. They said with good behaviour, I can be back at the helm in no time. The station is yours. I mean, you can't exactly leave, but at least now you're not stuck in the gas station. Oh, that reminds me. We've rigged up the station with signage throughout letting you know
That's
what needs
weird.
attention. Under no circumstances are you to go into the hydroponics bay.
You think it's a coincidence?
Seriously,
Every waste contract
I mean it.
offloaded
Do
to
not go
gravitational
there.
anomalies?
It's boring,
Scam,
quite
a
frankly.
recycling racket.
There's nothing there for you to see. Just empty, really. So, yeah, just don't. Understood? Great.
No, because now I want to go there.
Touch.
It's got a complete inventory of our entire civilization's trash. You better believe it's been judging us this whole time. I saw my I'm not making this up. It had teeth now, and it blinked. I didn't throw it away. The Federation did. With my tax credits. Welcome back to the Patriot Power Hour, the only show powered by facts, rage, and a small illegal reactor under my floor. And today, I'm coming for the real criminals, Space OPEC. That's right, the Outer Planetary Energy Cartel, aka the same slimeballs who've been artificially limiting fuel reserves while sitting on enough graviton oil to ignite a nebula. We're just regulating the flow, they say. Regulating? Buddy, I've seen less choking in a Martian mime tournament. Do you know what I paid for a liter of Phase 2 flux gel last week? 28 credits. That's more than I paid for my last exosuit and the trial to get custody of my clone. Why? Because some interstellar trust fund larvae on Titan decided they didn't feel good about drilling this cycle. Oh, but they felt great about selling moonbeam futures to the hyper-rich.
Don't enter
Great
the
job,
hydraulics
Draxel.
bay.
Now I can't even warm up my protein slop without bartering a kidney. You know who's letting this happen? The Galactic Federation, of course. They say, oh, we're switching to renewable zero-point energy. Yeah? Try using Zero Point to run a freighter full of angry Martians with demanding protein schedules. I'll wait. Spoiler, you can't. You ever try to bribe a port authority with good vibes? No. You need fuel. You need credits, and Space OPEC is hoarding both. And let me ask you this. Where's the fuel actually going? I've got reports, leaked from inside a gas giant, that suggest Space OPEC is storing flux reserves in privately owned wormholes. You heard me. They're using wormhole vaults. That's like hiding your piggy bank inside a black hole and telling your grandma it's for emergencies. Next time on Galactic Patriot Hour.
I knew I ordered more than...
They told us fusion core shortages were inevitable. They blamed supply chain collapses, quantum instability, and someone spilling soup on the reactor blueprints. But I know the truth.
Oh!
There's a warehouse full of pristine fusion cores just sitting on Pluto. Rows, racks, stacks. Enough to power every starship in the sector for the next millennium. Just collecting dust behind a bio-locked fence, guarded by retired clones and a blind AI named Milton, who thinks he's still working in customer service. You ever had your identity verified by a toaster with abandonment issues? It's haunting. We're being lied to. They've got the juice. They just don't want you to have it. Because if you had power, you wouldn't need them. See you next cycle, Patriots. Bring a flashlight, and maybe a decoy Milton. I finally got it.
You deserve that, man.
Fusion core shortage? Fake. Rolling blackouts? Manufactured. Cosmic supply drought? More like cosmic BS. Serious. I've got coordinates. I've got a retirement clone registry password stolen from a malfunctioning toaster at a lunar flea market, and I'm gonna hack it. Right now. Okay. Logging into...
All right, human. You've done good.
Login, not a 3.
The store is closed for the night.
Password, fast
Tend to the station, or if you feel you've done a good job, go ahead and crash in your bunk.
77B, formerly Sergeant Blackout, station on Pluto Space Unit 8G. Start doing fuel stabilization recycling. That's a fancy way of saying fusion core maintenance. Clone 12K, still clocked in. Says he hasn't taken a break since 2364. Thinks he's still on shift. They never told him to clock out. Hold on, I'm pinging the facility's AI. Direct uplink to Milton Unit Prime.
I never told him to
AI
clock
has
out.
been watching
Did I hear that right?
Hello, this is Milton. I see nothing. I feel neglected. I have 14,291 fusion cores under my supervision. Please do not steal them. I get very anxious.
He knows. He just confessed. 14,000 cores, folks. Confirmed.
Also, please don't tell the clones. They are very lonely. One keeps drawing eyebrows on the walls.
The eyebrows thing? That's haunting. But we can't let emotion cloud the mission. These cores must be liberated. Alright, line 5. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Helix! My uncle's a retirement clone from the same unit. He told me he once saw the cores but thought they were just training props.
Props? They're fully active fusion bombs, and the Federation's just letting them collect dust?
He said if anyone asks, they're told it's a morale test.
So let me get this straight. 14,000 fusion cores, guarded by burnout soldiers and an AI with trust issues, and the official policy is vibe check? We could be fueling cities, fleets, dreams, but instead we're rationing flashlight time and paying premium for knockoff solar batteries that go limp in the rain. They're hoarding power. They're hiding the truth. But I just found the key. Milton blinked first. That's the taste of Uncle Slog's meteor muffins. Lovingly mashed, blended, and thermally shocked for maximum protein compliance.
It's not meat, but it's meat.
Product not verified to contain meat. Do not expose to starlight or diplonic events. May cause spontaneous loyalty to the paste. This episode of the Helix Jones broadcast
It's
is
broken.
brought to you by Astrochips. Now in supernova salt and void vinegar. Crunch into the cosmos with confidence. Astrochips. They're probably not sentient anymore. Okay, now that the corporate mind control obligations are out of the way, let's talk about the stellar highways. You've seen them. Glowing lanes between stars. Neatly connected like somebody played Space Connect the Dots with a flamethrower. They want you to believe those were built by the ancients with space hammers and star nails or whatever. Wrong. They weren't made. They were already there.
You know the gas doesn't just magically portal in like some sort of future.
I just checked it.
You're running low. Head to the computer and order some more. You know how to use those by now.
Traveling through something's sciatic nerve. And they knew. The United Stellar Transit Authority? Fake. Just a shell corporation for Neptune's third moon, which, by the way, doesn't exist. Check the maps. Now check your memory. One of those is lying. I once took the Delta 13 lane to visit my cousin Rodney. Wasn't Rodney at the end. Wasn't anything. Just me, staring into an eye the size of Mercury. It blinked. But hey, at least I had a bag of Astro chips with me. Void vinegar. Crunch so loud, even the ancient space beast couldn't hear my screams. The worst part? They're trying to pave new ones. Pave? With what? Quantum
Need to
gravel?
delete.
You think you can slap asphalt on a being older than time and not expect consequences? You ever wonder why some stars vanish from the sky? It's not death. It's blinking. And every time we drive across its nerves like we own the place, it gets one step closer to scratching the itch. And when it does, that's it. That's the Great Cosmic Collapse. Or, as the prophecy calls it, Tuesday. This transmission, sponsored by Astrochips. Taste the infinite, chew responsibly. Now in new quantum dill. This is Helix Jones. Highways aren't
Human,
real. Your
just
GPS
turn
is a
around
liar.
and tend to the station.
Space?
There's nothing in the hydroponic. Are you serious, mate? Damn space kids. You heard that noise? Someone's tagged the place.
Tonight's
Grab the watering
broadcast
can
of
from
the
the
Helix Jones Show
hydroponics
is brought
bay.
to you
Or
by Planet
order one on the
Pups,
bridge and clean
the
that
only
mess
snack
up.
that
Makes
survives
us
the
look
end of the
bad.
world. Apocalyptically delicious.
What's this?
Okay. You ever wake up and feel older than you should? Like time skipped ahead, but only for your joints?
Like, why wasn't I allowed in
Like
here?
Your knees got a decade older, but your driver's
Okay.
license stayed the same.
Those blinking lights? That boom sound? Yeah, meteorites. Not a big deal. Find where they hit and patch it up before it becomes a problem.
Those are gone.
Okay,
They
I regret
exploded
coming
before
down
the
here now.
atmosphere. I'm talking about space birds. Temporal carrion. They fly between moments.
Why,
Glide
too much
across
work to do.
timelines like oil on zero gravity soup. You ever walk through a derelict corridor and feel a breeze, even though the station's sealed? That's a wing beat. You just got aged. They don't peck your flesh. They peck your timeline. Take a year here, a month there, just enough that you'll blame stress or cosmic radiation. But it's them. Always them. I had a friend, Kip,
2 gold.
turned 30 3 times in 1 week. Last time I saw him, he was 84. and he'd
Worthless
only
in
been on that mining
space?
rig for a weekend. He kept yelling about feathers in the ductwork. Nobody listened. Now he is dust, and the birds, they molt in silence. And you know what the Terran Remnant Authority did? Nothing. They said, birds aren't real, Helix. Then why did one wink at me through a telescope? Why did it steal my middle school memories? I don't even know what my favorite crayon was anymore. It was Dragon Blaze. I know it was. Anyway, if you want to keep your years where they belong, never eat snacks outside. Never dream in feathered shapes, and never, ever whistle past a quantum field. They hear it.
Don't you know what time it is, mate? You're not nocturnal, are you? Why don't you try sleeping in the bunk we were so generous to set up for you?
Apocalyptically delicious. Pick them up at
That's
your favorite
kinda-
Stellar Way station.
I'm like
Tell
100%
'em
sure that's the
Helix
cat.
sent you. This is Helix Jones. Watch the vents, guard your birthdays, and if you hear chirping in the reactor core, don't look up. You're already older.
Welcome back to Alien Airwaves. I'm Helix Jones, your host, your guide, and your interdimensional liability risk, broadcasting from a retrofitted escape pod powered entirely by spite and expired snack bars. Tonight, Jupiter, the 5th planet, the Great Gas Con. You've been told it's just weather, big ol' stormy boy, a planetary kale smoothie, but that's what they want you to think, because Jupiter is being cloud-seeded. Not by any public agency, not from any station I know of. It's the Jovian Weather
Oh, I
Center.
found my bed.
And what are they seeding it with? Microscopic ferrets. Ferret mist suspended in ionized hydrogen, designed to agitate storm bands and trigger gravity harmonics. Why? So the storms sing. Sing in code, subliminal tones detectable only by sleeper agents buried in Europa's ice shelf. And when that harmonic code completes, the Great Red Spot, yeah, that eternal storm, it opens. Because it's not a storm, it's a door. A swirling, resonating, hexagonal gate to what pre-collapse Martian cults once called the moist beyond. And you think that's a joke? I wish it was a joke. I lost a cousin to it. He touched the wrong cloud and started speaking in Saturnian cursive. The mainstream won't touch this. Oh no. According to the network news feeds, natural gas
Grab a
dynamics,
purchased
high-pressure
welder.
zones, and definitely not weaponized rainbows. Please. This episode is brought to you by Lunar Lager, brewed in half gravity with full regret. Lunar Lager. With good
I
stories,
don't know
come from
what I'm
smart decisions.
doing.
So what does it all mean? Should you panic? Should you wrap your houseplants in foil and hum in C minor every time there's a Jovian eclipse? Yes. Yes, you should. Because this isn't just Jupiter. It's a test run. Saturn's next.
What's
and when
over
those
there?
rings start vibrating, that's the ignition tone. That's when the moth cults wake up. We'll be back after this short word from a temporal insurance provider that may or may not exist. Stay tuned. Or don't. Either way, your neural frequency is already on file.
Let's not ask too many questions.
Welcome back,
Okay.
drifters. You've tuned into Alien Airwaves, the broadcast banned on 17 moons and flagged as culturally corrosive by at least one sentient gas. I'm Helix Jones, still broadcasting, still ignored, still correct. Tonight's topic, the stars are talking. Not metaphorically, not poetically, literally. They're talking to each other across parsecs, across time. And some of them are talking about us. This isn't speculation. This isn't some random math I drew on my thigh during a gravity blackout. This is spectral data. I intercepted it myself using a phased-out ham radio built from a toaster, a fossil, and a retired ambassador's jawbone. Turns out, when you slow stellar pulses way down, they form patterns, rhythms, not natural rhythms, conversational ones, binary bursts layered with harmonic carriers, star-to-star messaging. And guess what? Most of it's gibberish, solar small talk. Core temperature today is 14 million, blah blah. But Once every cycle, there's a name, a reference, a whisper that matches known species. One I picked up last week, Delta-born bipedal combustion apes. That's us. Or something like us. Probably more common, still flammable. But it gets worse. Some stars go silent when others pulse, like they're waiting, like they're listening, like a meeting where you're not on the invite list, but they're still talking about your weird smell. The astro excuse makers will say, oh, Helix, that's just magnetosphere drift, or it's neutrino leakage. Neutrinos don't form sentence structure, Clive. So what are they saying? Warnings?
Okay, I'm gonna be
View
honest.
of our system? We don't know.
I don't remember where the
This. Stars
go to
supernova to die. They do
order
it
stuff.
to shut up.
I don't know where you're
We'll
reading
be
there
back
on that
after
map.
these messages from a protein bar company that sued a planet. Don't touch that dial unless
That
it asks
font
you
is just
Then
awful to read.
definitely touch it.
That's the only honor about this so
Welcome
far.
back to Alien Airwaves. I'm your host, Helix Jones, currently transmitting from a vending machine that achieved sentience mid-lawsuit.
Right on. I
Tonight's
think
headline,
I found the
A protein
room.
bar company sued an entire planet and somehow won. The company, Munchcore Industries, makers of the infamous Fission Fudge Bar, the only snack bar banned on 5 moons for causing spontaneous emotional episodes in minors. The planet, Travelux 7, population mostly moss. Allegedly sentient, home to 2 things:
Tools.
mineral-rich fog and a marketing blunder that cost Munchcore billions.
See, I have gas.
See, Travelux 7's atmosphere naturally produces aerobic amino chains, floating protein clusters that the locals inhale. It's free protein just hanging in the clouds. Delicious. Problem is, it tasted identical to the Fission Fudge Bar. Like, legally identical. So, Munchcore sued them. The entire planet. On grounds of unauthorized flavor infringement. I'm not making this up. They hired a fleet of lawyers, landed them in sterilized drop pods, and served the planet a cease and desist via orbital skywriting. Guess how the planet responded? It exhaled a middle finger in cloud form. It rotated its stratosphere to spell "bite me" in vapor. So, Munchcore escalated. They filed with the Interstellar Intellectual Flavor Tribunal, and because Travelux 7 technically registered as a biosentient zone back in Cycle 91b, the case was heard in full, with closing arguments and tasting samples. The verdict? Guilty. Travelux 7 was ordered to cease organic production of competing flavors, and to pay damages in the form of raw minerals for every sentient being
tools.
that has ever licked the sky. And
Nope.
that, friends, is the universe we live in. A planet born from dust and light, fined because it tasted like a snack bar. Next time someone tells you corporations don't run the galaxy, show them the docket. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Galactic Granola, now with 64% more flavor units. For those brave enough to chew in zero-G and dumb enough to challenge trademark law.
I don't understand tools.
We'll be back after these messages from a freelance moon offering emotional support orbits. Until then, keep your mouths open and your wallets closed. They're charging for air next. Signal freaks and orbital outcasts, tune your receptors wide. I'm Helix Jones, currently broadcasting from inside a magnetic anomaly shaped exactly like my childhood fear of commitment. Tonight's truth bomb? Comets. You think they're just icy dirt balls with trust issues? Wrong. They're interstellar courier drones. And they're not just passing by. They're delivering messages. It's spewing quantum-encoded memory shards at every planet they pass, like cosmic spam. And you don't even have a junk filter. Let me ask you something. Why do they always aim for the sun, loop around, then bail? That's not gravity. That's protocol. They slingshot to receive a pulse, an update, a celestial
so
download from the big
whatever.
glowing router in the sky. And the worst part?
I need to turn the radio off.
Decades ago, a deep space probe caught 3.2 nanoseconds of tail debris. Guess what was in it? Instructions for a machine we haven't built yet, in a language we shouldn't understand.
Having trouble hearing what you need to hear.
No, I am getting standing around. I'm just listening.
This is not for you.
Like, for them just to do this is hilarious.
Of course, the mainstream reaction.
They say
Let's talk about rocks. Big ones, floating ones. The kind
Okay.
that used to mind the business and now want your job.
I can't
Space Corp has officially entered their hollowed asteroid field,
because I can't
which is
read
where
anything
corporate
and it's
history
annoying the
is. One
crap
phase
out of
before
me.
genocide and
Oh, now I
two
can read
phases after
this.
marketing says
Controls.
They're hollowing out
Camera
asteroids,
bounce.
filling them with imitation culture, generic biology, and job descriptions. Then sending them into orbit
Music,
around vulnerable planets
dialogue.
to softly displace the locals. Last cycle, it was Glurnok 9. Peaceful, productive, famous for their sponge wool exports and interstellar...
So yeah,
pursuits.
it's
Now, all replaced by asteroid workers with fiberglass smiles and catchphrases like, "I sure do love participating in society, friend unit." It's dystopia, and it rhymes. Now they're
oh
heading for Zephyr 4, home of
Oh.
the Cloud Weaver,
Oh.
Sky Poets,
Oh.
and the only known
Did I
population of
just-
naturally occurring accordion birds. And you guessed it, they're next in line to be politely phased out.
I can read.
Pre-programmed asteroid citizens built by Space Corp's Department of Strategic Likeness and Brand Safe Emotion Simulation.
Do not
And it
put
gets
this
worse.
game on
The Outer
low.
Plutonian Revolutionary Band of Spies.
That was
Yeah,
horrible.
the ones
I
who
am
make the
so
hallucination
freaking
saffron
dumb.
that lets you see music are openly resisting. Space Corp has already begun orbiting asteroidal customer service drones above them.
Making up
Names like
vast
Brax
difference.
32 and
I
Doug.
still can't
One
read
of
the
them tried to
map
marry a
very well,
volcano.
but I can read
The
everything
volcano
else
declined.
finally.
So now they're mad.
I can
Those
read
got
the map
asteroid
now.
smile
Well,
flew.
when you're
They're
playing,
not
you can
neighbors.
read it.
They're bootleg citizens with a script. When that
Like,
script ends,
right
the
here's the
script is deleted
bridge.
and your job reposted as inhabitable
Over
management
there
consultant.
is a Speaksy.
If you're on Zephyr 4, hold your sky poetry tight. If you're in the Outer Spice Band, don't breathe anything wearing a name tag. And if someone knocks and they sound like gravel learning manners, run.
So I'm trying to. Okay, apparently I
Let's talk
can't
about
go there.
Venus.
'Cause that's the bar that I don't have unlocked
Heaven.
yet.
Allegedly uninhabitable. But that's just
Probably a
what they
secret
claim.
entrance to it. That's if it's a
See, Venus
speakeasy.
used to be alive.
She definitely
Big
wish
atmosphere?
listed.
Sure, but rich in nutrients, balanced pressure.
Earth
And
plants.
then came the clouds.
Okay, now I can read.
Same tech they tested on
This is
Jupiter.
probably
Only
important,
this time,
just
they
not for
didn't
me.
use it to whisper storms. They used it to erase evidence.
So,
Because Venus was habitable. Still is, if you know where to land. And guess who moved in? The Galactic Illuminati. Yeah, those guys. They took the whole planet, rebranded it as inaccessible, told us it was too hot, too acidic, not even fun at parties. Meanwhile, they built cities in the upper clouds, floating fortresses, thought control towers, dream filters, and somewhere in there,
grab
a
pump.
vegan cafe that serves
What
mind-stabilized
pump?
kelp. They don't want me talking about this. Every time I broadcast, they try to fog the signal, replace my feed with cat videos, mid-tier galactic jazz. But I keep going. Not because I'm brave, because of the space patriots out there like you. You, who refuse to let your consciousness be sorted into ad-friendly clusters. You, who know that the truth isn't optimized for streaming.
Okay, you're the cat.
Venus is broadcasting too. If you listen during sleep,
That's what that
during
does.
static, during
I
that
have been
weird
so
moment between
freaking
sneezes,
confused.
You'll hear it. A hum. A warning. A grocery
Goals.
list with your name on it.
Grab or
They're
purchase a
afraid
welder.
of you. That's why they clouded the skies. That's why they say Venus is dead.
I don't know where the welder
We'll
would
back,
be.
Signal willing. Until then, trust no forecast, dodge all kelp, and never stop listening between the noise. I welcome. You're listening to the Helix.
Whoever it
Jones
is
Show.
here is probably
at
for
least
not for
you were.
humans.
If this reaches you, congrats. You're still on the frequency they haven't scrubbed yet. Because Space Corp is suing me. Yeah. Officially, the charge is severe disruption of human morale. Apparently, I've been saying things that make the workforce sad. What a myth. Human morale, please. That's as real as Martians flying in a straight line. Oh, so because this bunk should good for me raving. They can't. It's the antlers. No balance, no aerodynamics, constant left turns. You ever try
Hopefully I
flying
won't need
phalanx
this.
with
Space
creatures
Co
that
will
headbutt their
definitely
own shadows?
charge
I
me
have,
for this.
once. Never again. But anyway, back to the lawsuit. They say I'm sabotaging interstellar cohesion, that I encourage skepticism
Why do I have
and
two
make too many
carts?
jokes about asteroid citizenship programs. Guilty on all counts. I fought it still and get it cohesion.
Okay, I'm curious.
But here's the thing.
909.
You, listeners,
Oh, okay.
signal hackers, space patriots, the ones out there boosting this show through garbage repeaters, moon dish relays, and forgotten vending
Earth
hubs.
plants.
You've helped me stay live, but they're still coming. I've had drones buzz my signal shack, found corporate snack wrappers in my laundry.
What's this?
One of them licked my airlock window and whispered, "We see you." So yeah, I'm on the run now. I'm recording this from inside a moving
Oh, the
supply
dude's on the
full of
run now.
artificial nut dust and expired space muffins.
What is this?
Do not pity me. The muffins are actually pretty good. They may catch the broadcast, they may shut it down, but they'll never silence the signal. As long as one of you out there is listening, really listening, I'm still in the game. More soon. Or never. Depends
Okay,
how
that
long this
doesn't
crate takes
say
to hit terminal velocity.
anything.
Until then, stay weird, stay wireless. And if someone knocks, ask if they have antlers. So, I went undercover. Deep. Inside one of Space Corps' employee enrichment stations. One of millions. They say it's where humans relax, unwind, recharge. I say it's where dreams go to choke on the smell of recycled floor wax. Let me walk you through it.
Okay, I need to go
Step
back
inside,
down
wall-to-wall
to...
Lucky Gorblash slot machines. Everywhere. Lights flashing, tentacles spinning, big cartoon alien yelling, "Try again, friend beast! Only 90 more credits for a taste of joy!" 90 credits. That's what the average human on station earns in a full cycle of mop-tier labor. And they're spending it all to watch a cartoon squid mock their income bracket in real time. Some of them cheer when they lose. I saw a man bow to the machine. Another gave it his belt. The walls were decorated too,
What's this?
but not with art.
No bullets for now.
Posters, smiling asteroids, motivational slime quotes.
Those
My personal
scissors.
favorite, sadness is just pre-happy. Now get back to work. And at the center of it all, the warp attendant, a guy named Steve, whose job
Definitely
it is to
counterfeit.
enhance morale through guided teleportation. Only problem? Every time he
It's
tried
not
to warp
power
someone,
washer, but
he
it'll
spawned
do.
a slime creature. At one point, I counted 6 slimes. One was sentient, one was hungry, one wrote poetry. They were all sticky. No one did anything.
Trash bags,
Management
scissors.
just handed them a name badge and put them on shift. This is what Space Corps considers enrichment. Flashy
I was hoping to
lights,
find the welder down here.
disposable wages, and the very real chance that your atoms get scrambled and wake up slimy. But I saw through it. I kept my badge, my hat, my cover story, lonely consultant, level 3. They never suspected a thing. Except one slime. He winked at me. I think he knew. We'll be back after I scrub this corporate stink off my jumpsuit. Until then, if your teleportation booth smells like mint and betrayal... So... I went undercover. Deep. Inside one of Space Corps' employee enrichment stations. One of millions. They say it's where humans relax, unwind, recharge.
Okay, so
I say it's where dreams go to choke on the smell of recycled floor wax. Let me
I've
walk
been
you through.
everywhere.
You step inside, and it's wall-to-wall Lucky Gorblash slot machines. Everywhere.
And I
Lights
don't
flashing,
see a welder.
Tentacles spinning, big cartoon alien yelling, "Try again, friend beast. Only 90 more credits for a taste of joy." 90 credits. That's what the average human on station earns in a full cycle of mop-tier labor. And they're spending it all to watch a cartoon squid mock their income bracket in real time. Some of them cheer when they lose. I saw a man bow to the machine. Another gave it his belt.
Okay, right here.
The walls were decorated too.
So,
But not with art, no. Posters. Smiling
now I
asteroids.
can read this.
Motivational slime quotes. My
Vacuum
personal
water
favorite,
can skateboard
sadness
welder.
is just
Total
pre-happy.
customer served.
Now
Gotcha.
get back to work. And
I
at
have
the center
to-
of it all, the warp attendant. A guy named Steve, whose
Go to
job
bed.
it is to enhance morale through guided teleportation. Only problem? Every time he tried to warp someone, he spawned a slime creature. At one point, I counted 6 slimes. One was sentient, one was hungry, one wrote poetry. They were all sticky. No one did anything. Management just handed them a name badge and put them on shift. This is what Space Corps considers enrichment. Flashy lights, disposable wages, and the very real chance that your atoms get scrambled and wake up slimy. But I saw through it. I kept my
Hey, human. I know I said build shelves, but you can build a lot more of that. Customers are coming in looking for something cold after a long teleporter queue, and here you are, depriving them from giving us their credits. Build a fridge or something.
I think he knew. We'll be back after I scrub this corporate stink off my jumpsuit. Until then, if your teleportation booth smells like mint and betrayal... This is Helix Jones, broadcasting from inside a damp crate somewhere off the coast of reality. Tonight,
I don't
I'm joined by
understand why the
someone
shop is right here.
who used to be a
So,
bear.
our
Please welcome,
store.
what's left of him, Corp.
Thank you, Helix. I appreciate the platform. Even if I now absorb most platforms through osmosis.
Let's start at the beginning. You were a unionized orbital hauler in Quadrant 4B, correct?
Correct. I lifted things. I moved things.
There you have it.
I once arm wrestled.
This
things.
fridge has the ability to do something remarkable. Keep cold things cold.
Slightly into my
Drinks and alcohol are now
Yes.
available for purchase.
It's very embarrassing.
Make sure you keep a variety of
The
products to
teleportation
keep the
attendant.
customers
A
happy.
human named Milo said I looked tense. He offered me a warp. 5 credits, Helix. I've warped millions of times. This warp should have been like all of the others.
and
Bridge
instead-
is this way.
I arrived
I'm just dumb.
phallic shaped. No claws, no spine, just emotions. Sometimes I weep through my corners. Space Corp did nothing. They said I will now be their new ambassador of flexibility.
Of course they did.
They said I'm more huggable now. I used to lead morale seminars
Alcohol.
with a roar. Now they roll me across cafeteria tiles like a stressed toy.
Corb, do you still dream of being a bear?
Every ripple, every jiggle. I remember the snowfields of 4B. I remember honey with purpose.
Would you go back if you could?
Beautiful, tragic, slightly sticky. In a heartbeat. But until then, I ooze forward. For the others. For every bear made squishy by bureaucracy. For the ones who still have teeth and the ones who are teeth now.
Beautiful, tragic, slightly sticky. Corb, thank you. For your courage. For your slime.
And thank you, Helix. You're the only voice still brave enough to interview a bear. who now fits in a cereal bowl.
We'll be back after I sanitize this mic. To those listening, if your coworker starts wobbling and weeping through their nostrils, check the teleportation logs. They say it's air. They say the vents on deck C, D, and F-12 are pumping breathable, oxygen-rich, human-grade air. But let me ask you something, citizen. Why does it smell like citrus in the mess hall? Why does everyone suddenly crave snack bars right after a pressure cycle? You think that's just a coincidence? You think old Helix hasn't done his homework? Wrong. Because I've seen the Jupiter reports, the real ones, not the scrub summaries.
Do I not get employees?
I'm talking the raw
This is
footage
stressful.
from the cloud seeding expeditions back when Space Corp still pretended to be a
Yeah,
science
almost
organization
certainly you don't
and
in
not a
this one.
floating grocery chain with executive privilege. They dropped those nanocrystal canisters right into Jupiter's lower storm
But
bands.
you're a big place,
Guess what came
too
back
big
up?
to do by yourself.
Behavioral modifiers.
Like, I understand it's a
Gases
prologue,
that affect
but
your impulse centers. Compounds that bypass the nose, go straight to the amygdala and whisper, buy more, crave more, obey more. It wasn't just weather they were testing. It was compliance. Now fast forward 3 standard cycles. The vents on this station, they're not pumping air. They're dosing us. Slowly. Repeatedly. Subtly. Oh, sure, the oxygen content checks out, because technically you are breathing. But alongside that O2, there's a whisper of something else. Something patented. Something proprietary. I've got the molecule ID code. I've got the purchase order logs. I've got the whistleblower, or what's left of them after a visit from the cleaners. Ever wonder why the new self-checkout kiosks have heat sensors in the handrails? Why your retinal scan suddenly links to your snack preferences? Why every hallway smells like fresh-baked cookies, even though there hasn't been a functional oven on this deck in 6 months? That's not hospitality. That's conditioning. They don't need guards, they don't need fences, they just need you to breathe deep and keep shopping. This station is a mall with life support. And guess what? You're paying for the privilege to be farmed like a dopamine cow. But not me. Helix Jones doesn't breathe their air. I got filters, triple layered with anti-particulate graphene mesh, smuggled in from the Saturn Ring Syndicate. I see the truth. I smell the lie. And every time I hear that of the vent system kicking on, I say a little prayer. Not for me, but for you, because you're already halfway gone. But maybe, just maybe, if you turn off your station-issued air mask, seal your quarters, and switch to backup tanked supply, you might start to remember who you are. You might wake up. But if you don't, well hey, at least your breath will smell like lemon zest when they cart you to the loyalty rehab pods. This is Helix Jones, broadcasting truth across the void. Stay sharp, stay sealed, and don't trust the vents. Ever notice how no one talks about the slimes anymore? You know the ones I mean. The things that come crawling out of failed transporter bays, vaguely human, sort of. Skin like microwave-safe jelly, eyes that don't blink, mouths that don't breathe, just smile. They tell you it's just a malfunction. Transporter desync, residual matter anomaly. Oh, don't worry, citizen, your loved one is safe. We're just scraping their duplicate off the bulkhead.
Messing up a teleport will turn customers into goo. Bit of an inconvenience, but they'll get over it. Frankly, I think it's their fault for trusting us.
yeah, no
One
shit.
switch at a time. Because these aren't accidents. They're deliveries. Listen close. When a human enters a low-security station transporter, especially one manned by a minimum-wage janitor in a Space Corp vest, they don't
That is
always
totally
come
on
out
you
the
guys.
same. Sometimes they don't come out at all. And in their place, something wet,
Okay, I need this
Something
because I already
programmable.
forgot.
I've seen the footage. I've intercepted the logs. The slime things, they're drones. Biological, disposable, obedient. And they don't bleed. They melt.
Hey, the blobs
You
are
think
back.
it's coincidence that their internal
That I
temperatures match deep
caused.
Martian geothermal zones? You think the Martian government doesn't know?
Phenomenal. We've teleported so many folks that management has allowed us to add a new interstation teleporter. It's available for upgrade over at the upgrade terminal.
Okay, I
on
do
the
have a
bridge.
customer.
Then they've had carte blanche to test replacement tech on the rest of us. Slime drones don't eat. They absorb. They don't think. They transmit. Back to the Deep Star data lattice, to whoever's really pulling the strings. Galactic intelligence says, oh no, they're just transporter accidents. Then why are the slimes always smiling? Why do they all respond to the same two words? Resume protocol. Look it up. You can't. They wiped the archives last cycle. But Helix Jones
Yeah.
remembers.
I went to the right area.
And if you're listening, really listening, you should know. If you stepped through a glitchy transporter in the last fiscal year, and you've been feeling off, like your skin doesn't fit right, like you remember things no one else recalls, you might not be you.
You're distracting me. Like, I don't know. I just keep... What's the dot? What's this? What's this? What is this? And why is this? Could this be me? I mean...
Well, this is a disaster waiting to happen.
You can't turn? Oh. This still didn't answer. Where is... Okay, if I can get this... Oh. Yeah. I'm not sure how that's logical. Totally went the wrong way. To be honest, I still don't know where anything's at. You know what? Just... What's in there? You would think, right? You really? Okay. What happens if I,
Oh, well, that's brilliant.
I thought so. So, how do I get back in? Is there anything even out here? I'm on top of the bridge. Right over there. What? I was curious. It's not like it really did anything. There we go. So, waiting for goods. Bro, you're gonna be waiting for a while because I don't freaking know either. So, back to the bridge. Oh, I kind of have this set up. I kind of have this, Do I have enough? 1, 8, 2, no. So let's minus... 172, 16. Okay. Gotta have the booze, because why not? So let's remove water. And... Astro chips. Astro almonds. Well, I don't need a skateboard anymore. I found it. Watering can. Found something else. Boulder. Shit.
Boy. Okay. Listen. I know I told you don't go to the hydroponics bay. This is an exception. Down by the plants, you'll find a circuit breaker. Go ahead, flip those breakers. We need to get the power back on ASAP.
Says who? Really? Why is the cat out here? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh. Okay, well, it's down this way and over here, and tells me not to go here, but I did anyway.
Okay, the breakers are just to the left of the door. Green is on, red is off. Make sure you turn them on, and the lights will be back up in no time.
So, am I, not doing that. Gotcha. Ignore the cat dealings. Can I change prices? No. But can I... Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, damn it. Wait. Cookies. ramen. Weird ramen, but okay. Can I lose the cart? Did I go too far? Ramen. Wait, hold up. What? Right? Are those different? I don't fucking know. What's this? Alright, so each box fills a shelf. And I want to keep one to move things around if need to be. Okay, and bed is... Swift. Yeah, I just need 20 some odd more dollars. Okay, I got nobody here. Purchase. $121. Why can't I purchase this? Oh, there we go. I have a feeling there's how that worked just to find a welder. And I still don't know how I unlocked it. Okay. Nope. If I did all that work just for this to be temporary, I'm gonna cry. Oh, I did not notice this. Anyway. There's no one here. Wait, is that... somebody spray painted. I want in here. So this is just weird. I get the hang of it. Ish. I gotta clean. How many teleporters do... Okay. What in the world is this? Oh, I see. It lights up if you're needed there. Fucking slobs. Is there anything here? So, is there anything out here? Oh, yeah. Things you notice. Okay. Okay. Now... I didn't sell that much. Oh, I was wrong. Okay. So... one more box of each. Minus... need 2 waters. I don't think I'm gonna need this. Okay, whatever. Alrighty. 1 box of these, 2 boxes of these. I don't need any more of those. Drinks, 2. 1. 1. I don't know what I'm doing. Alcohol. That's alcohol? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Okay, I think that's all of it. What's this? $125 for another. What's the teleporters? Anyway. Beer. Which means I gotta move these. I think I went the wrong way. No, cargo. It was this way. How do I... How am I breaking this damn game already? Waters. Oh, I need more of those. Interesting. Looks like I need another shelf, too. Whatever. No, you go back on here. Alright, well, you know. Cool and all. Pain in the neck to do by yourself. Where's bed?